Hello, Nano Burger here, and today we are going to show you how to remove Rem Jet coating off of cinema film. What is Rem Jet coating? Well, Rem Jet is a type of anti-halation layer on a piece of film. As you can see here, this is the emulsion side of the film, and on the other side is this black matte looking substance. That's the Rem Jet. You usually find this on cinema films. It has a good quality of blocking light, but it also conducts electricity, so you don't have static electricity build up in your projector. Very important for cinema film. One of the other types of films that use this was Kodachrome. And as we all know, Kodachrome can't be processed anymore, except as black and white. So this might be a good thing to know for your Kodachrome shooting. Okay, so we know what Kodachrome is, and all you really have to do is to process your film normally. In commercial varieties, they take off this coating before they process it. But however, if you're doing this at home, doing it after processing is usually recommended. Let's see. What we've done is I have some ECN film. ECN is just the code name for the process. It's really just C41 with the extra step of taking off the Rem Jet layer. Okay, I've just processed this film. This isn't Kodachrome, but this is actually Fuji T125. It's a tungsten-based or tungsten film. So if you process it in C41 chemicals, everything kind of looks blue, unless you're shooting under tungsten lighting. And I've done both tungsten lighting, non-tungsten lighting, but today I'm just developing this as black and white. So I did my normal developer. I didn't use a stop bath. Reason I didn't is I normally don't use it, but also this Rem Jet layer softens up in an alkaline environment. So if you use an acid stop bath, it might harden that up and make it a little bit more difficult to get off. So after developing, I just used a couple of fillings of the tank with water as my stop bath, and then I fixed it. And normally none of the Rem Jet comes off during all of this. It's pretty tightly on there. However, if you're concerned about your solutions having a little bit of Rem Jet in it, you can just filter it through a coffee filter when you pour it back into your bottles. Okay, so thing we need to take off the Rem Jet is, of course, the work surface. Here is my sink. This is a pretty wide sink here. You can do it in your bathtub too. But one thing to remember that this process is very messy. The Rem Jet is really just carbon black, kind of a really refined soot. So stuff gets everywhere, and good to do it in something you can wash down very easily. Other thing you'll need is something to abrade off the Rem Jet. What I use is a toothbrush. Here is a toothbrush. It's a soft toothbrush to begin with, but it has served yeoman's duty brushing my teeth, and now, as you can see, it is pretty much all worn out. The bristles are kind of splayed out, and it's no good for brushing teeth anymore. However, getting Rem Jet off of film, it's perfect. If you don't want to use a toothbrush, one thing that also works well is one of these. It is one of those ultrasonic toothbrushes. And again, there's a little transducer in here that moves things at ultrasonic speeds and stuff like that. But as you can see here, the bristles again are an old worn out set. It's no good for brushing teeth anymore. However, it's not too bad for getting Rem Jet off. Okay, so got our film. Make sure it doesn't dry out because that Rem Jet sets up again. So we have our film, and if you'd like to see the Rem Jet coating, the black side, and if you just kind of rub it with your finger, it comes right off. As you can see, it's kind of a black stuff, and like I said, it gets over everything, so we want to have a good work surface. Okay, so what we're going to do is slowly peel this off of the reel here, and as we go, we'll take off the Rem Jet coating with our toothbrush. I always like to have the water going to wash away the Rem Jet. I recommend that you do this right after you do the fixing, and before you do the final wash. That'll keep the Rem Jet from redepositing as you do your wash. Anyway, just go make some very light. You don't want to scratch the film. And as you can see, the Rem Jet is coming off very nicely. And if you look closely, you can see that there is kind of negative underneath there. One good thing about using Rem Jet coated film is the orange base of the regular color film is a little bit lighter, so it's easier to scan through or print through if you really want to develop this as black and white. Okay, well that's the manual method here, and let's try the ultrasonic method. Again, don't want to mess with your emulsion side too much, so make sure you keep that fairly flat, and you want to do the Rem Jet side. So here we go. Okay, don't use a lot of pressure. It doesn't take a whole lot to get it off. And as you can see here, Rem Jet has come off, and here's where the Rem Jet is again. Okay, again, this gets messy, and there's no real other way to do it. Just go through your entire roll. If you accidentally miss some when you hang it up to dry, you can easily polish it off with a microfiber cloth. So let's take a break while I do the rest of this reel. Okay, went through the entire roll here, and I suggest you just leave the roll still attached to the reel because remember, this film still has to get washed. So you've removed the Rem Jet as best you can. As you can see, it's no longer black but transparent. So what we do is to just roll the film back onto the reel and carry on with your washing process. Since you can do this in daylight, it's actually pretty easy to maneuver it back on. And again, if you found that you've missed a few spots, either now you can take care of them, or when you hang up your film to dry, try to polish those off with a microfiber cloth. That way you won't have black spots, or actually it would show up as white spots on your film. Okay, I've got this one done. I've got 3 more to do, then wash it and then hang them up to dry. And that's how you remove your Rem Jet. At least one method. There are many out there, but I like this one. It's reasonably fast and reasonably effective. There you go.